Well, it seems that everybody wants cheaper money. The president wants cheaper money. Wall Street wants cheaper money. And with cheaper money, well, we will see the price of gold continue to climb. Everybody wants cheaper money. One of the reasons is, well, the Fed holds steady. Another reason is GDP numbers are out today, Thursday, July 30th. Here's the headline: U.S. economic growth slows to 1.5% in second quarter. GDP is slowing. GDP rose at an annual rate of 1.5%, the Commerce Department said today, Thursday, below economists' estimates of 2% annual growth. The second quarter figures also showed a marked slowdown from the first quarter, when GDP grew 2.1% year over year. GDP is slowing down. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, the answer is, what's fueling the GDP? Are we actually seeing a lower GDP because government spending is slowing down just a little bit? When we've seen these impressive numbers with GDP, well, it was really government spending was the responsible party, if you will. Well, what are we seeing? Are we seeing spending with the government slowing down just a little bit? Or are we in desperate need of lower interest rates? Well, everybody seems to be screaming for cheaper money. The president wants it because it's the only growth policy that requires no legislation, no negotiation, and no fingerprints. I want to share a little bit from a Zero Hedge article right now. I'll put a link in the description below. But according to this author, the president wants lower rates because it will provide growth. Cut rates, and housing looks affordable on paper, but we know it isn't. The governments can issue more debt to finance more forever bankers' wars, and the incumbent gets to pose in front of a green chart. Every president wants this. And Wall Street wants cheap money. Wall Street wants cheap money for reasons so old they're load-bearing. Modern finance, private equity, buyouts, venture capital, commercial real estate, the whole carnival is a machine for turning cheap debt into fee income. And this is what got us in such a massive mess coming into 2022. When money is free, bad businesses look good. It's true. Good businesses look like miracles. And mediocre analysts with a spreadsheet and a credit line becomes a titan. It's so absolutely true. Now, FOMC, we're seeing the Fed holding rates steady, and Wall Street didn't get what it hoped for, nor did President Trump get what they hoped for. GDP is slowing down. Is this actually a good thing right now? Well, Wall Street is begging for cheap money. And Wall Street doesn't like the fact that they're not hearing from Kevin Warsh enough. They don't like the silent treatment. There's a lot of talk about that. But lower the rates, mediocre business looks fantastic. Raise the cost of capital, and the trick runs backwards. Everything bought at 3% has to be refinanced at 7%, and the emperor turns out to be not just underdressed, but visibly cold. So Wall Street wants cuts. Wall Street always wants cuts, and when they get cuts, asset prices increase. Cut the interest rate and the dollar will be damaged, which will benefit the price of gold. It wanted cuts at the top of every bubble in history, this article goes on to say concerning Wall Street, and it'll want them at the top of the next one. And politicians, every party, every era, want cheap money for the most human reason of all. It lets them skip the arithmetic. You know, there was a certain article I was reading just the other day concerning the BIS. And the BIS is doing its best. Let me back up. If you're unfamiliar with the BIS, they are the central bank of central banks. And FX managers, reserve managers, are buying and accumulating more gold. The BIS is actually coming down on these FX managers, saying be careful that they're not holding too much gold, because the liquidity is necessary. The flexibility of fiat, the BIS doesn't want central banks to lose. And politicians, they love the flexibility of fiat. Every era, every politician want cheap money, free money, so it can let them skip the arithmetic. This author goes on to say, borrow cheaply enough and you never have to choose between guns and butter. You can have both, plus dessert, plus a war, plus a tax cut, and mail the bill to the future that can't vote yet. No one has ever campaigned on higher rates and painful restraint, and no one ever will, because the candidate loses to a golden retriever promising treats. Remember Ross Perot? Ross Perot, I do believe, was attempting to be transparent, truthful, and even teaching the American people how this works and what we need to do to fix it. But of course, he wasn't elected. This is so true. The politicians that are put in office are the ones that continue to promise. So, what we have is a desire that everyone in finance is screaming for lower rates, cheaper money. What about you? Are you seeking cheaper money? Are you happy that the GDP is down from 2% to 1.5%? Is that possibly a good sign? And the FOMC or the Feds are holding rates steady. Is that a good sign to you? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and this community learns from everyone. So weigh in and let us know what you think. Are you hoping for cheap money, or is that just going to bring about an entirely new disaster? Thanks for joining me. See you next time.